So do you ever think, why is it important to prepare for your marriage? You know, I went to school for a long time. I received 2 master's degrees and 2 doctorates. I prepared well for what I do. I've counseled couples for 40 years. I've led awesome marriage for 11 years. If I had not gone this route, you probably would not be listening to me today. I couldn't just begin counseling couples or be an expert on marriage if I did not prepare well and work hard. The same is true for your marriage. This is the relationship that you want to last the rest of your life. You want it to be everything that God designed it to be. Yet without preparation and work, that's just not going to happen. So here's 7 things I think you should do to prepare yourself for marriage. Number 1, have lots of conversations and ask lots of questions. Make these important conversations. Make them a priority before saying, I do. You don't want too many surprises after you enter that covenant together. Today I'm giving you a tool to help with this. I'm giving you 95 questions to ask before you get married. Be sure to check out this resource because it's linked in the email and you can get this tool. Number 2, pursue God together. Start praying together. Pray out loud together. If you ask Nancy or me what is the one thing that we think helped the most in our marriage, we would both say praying together. I also have a tool to help you with that, and I'm giving it to you today. It's 16 daily prayers for engaged couples. Become a praying husband and wife. Pray for each other. You will be amazed at all God does. Find a church you want to be a part of and get plugged in. God made us for community, and finding a church home where you can be involved together will make a positive difference in your relationship. So if you're engaged, go ahead and join a small group. This will give you couples to do life with. Number 3, work on getting healthy. I want to live as many years as I can with Nancy. Staying healthy is part of that for me. Workouts, eating balanced meals, and having regular checkups are all part of that. Number 4, look for healing for some of your own insecurities. The healthiest marriages are with 2 healthy people. Working on being your best self will benefit you. It'll benefit your marriage. Maybe this means you need to get some one-on-one counseling. Maybe this looks like listening to a podcast that speaks to your issue or reading a book that will help. Whatever it is, take action. Today, take action on getting yourself any healing that you need. Not sure what needs healing, but you know there's something? Ask God. Ask God to show you, and I bet He will. Number 5, study God's plan for marriage. Like everything else in this life, God has a plan. We can embrace it or we can ignore it. We have a choice. My belief is until we stop and study and implement God's plan for marriage, we will not receive all God wants for us in our marriage relationship. So stay tuned. I have something I think will help with this in my next video. Number 6, get a budget. Finances are a problem in almost every marriage at some point. A budget makes a difference. It lets you know where you are financially, and then it helps to plan for where you want your finances to be. Number 7, get premarital counseling. Stay tuned for my next video coming to you because I have some ideas on how you can do this really, really well. I have something special for you. So sometimes I get asked, what specific advice do you have for men on how to prepare to be a husband? Well, what is God's plan to be a husband? It's to be a leader. And being a leader is not easy, but God will equip you. So many men back away from that role. I want you to lean into that role. Then I get asked, what specific advice do you have for the women on how to prepare to be a wife? Well, just like God has a plan for the husband, He also has a plan for the wife. It's a role God has uniquely prepared for a woman to do. It is to be a helper and a lover. So here's some good books and some good resources I recommend when it comes to preparing for marriage. The Meaning of Marriage by Tim Keller and Getting Your Sex Life Off to a Great Start by Clifford and Joyce Penner. So, people ask Nancy and I, what did preparing for marriage look like for the 2 of you? Well, it wasn't much. Our prep for marriage was meeting twice with the pastor who was marrying us. He was a longtime friend of Nancy's family. Session 1, he told me funny stories about Nancy's family. In Session 2, we planned the wedding ceremony. That was it. We were not prepared at all. Looking back, here's one thing I wished I had done better to prepare for marriage. I wish we had been able to have a prep for marriage course that would teach us about marriage, that would teach us about our roles, about good communication, about how to resolve conflict, how to do finances for our sex life, and how to connect together with God. So prepare well. You will never regret the time and money you spend preparing for your marriage. It definitely does make a difference. So keep out, look out for my next video where I will share with you challenges to expect going from singleness to marriage. Being prepared for the challenges is also navigating them. I'm also going to be sharing something very special with you, so don't miss it. I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.